Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. It's Ivan and Bitcoin, guys. We're here on the 4-hour chart. Finally getting back to making another video. Been having some work done on the house, but finally able to jump back in here. So let's see what's going on with Bitcoin, guys. If you've been following the Twitter, you know exactly what we have going on here, guys. If not, we can backtrack a little bit. Where if you would have been following the updates, you would have known that to build our short, this is where we were building our short, guys, right here in this box. And I gave that to y'all when we were pumping up here. This isn't after the fact. I gave y'all when we were pumping up here. So this is where I'm going to build the short as we approach this pink line that I've had marked for y'all at 48131. Okay, so we built a nice short in this box, kind of averaged our price out in here. And you can see how that's played off, I mean, absolutely perfectly. Where we've had essentially a 4K dump from about 48.2 to about 44.2. So a nice 4K dump right here, where we've fallen back into this range-bound price action, where we've utilized this range multiple times in the past. And we zoom it out a little bit here, we can kind of showcase that a little bit more. Where, on the lower time frames, where we've come up multiple times and just worked our way through all these levels I've had marked for y'all, multiple times here. In our most recent time, where we utilized all these levels as we came up the stairs right here and just worked our way through these levels before our eventual pump all the way up to this level where we shorted. And now if we zoom it back in here, guys, you can see where we've fallen back into the range, found support off our white dotted line right here, and now pushing back up and finding resistance, which is not a shocker here at the top line of our range here at that blue line, which is at approximately, get that level for you, at 45,460 approximately. Okay, guys, so that's where we're finding resistance right now as we've kind of gotten stuck back into this range bound price action right here, guys. Okay, and it's no surprise that we did get a pop right here, right? We found support. We pull up that market cipher with our EMAs right here, guys. We fell back into those EMAs. They're nicely fanned out. We got green cash flow. We got that green dot. VWAP is coming up here on that yellow line. So that was kind of a picture perfect buy signal off this candle right here. So this candle opened at about 45. If you're following a market cipher strategy that I've had posted for y'all on YouTube, then that was a nice little buy signal right there. If you were strictly just going off of a market cipher strategy, but that's just a lot of confluence, right? We were finding support, market cipher strategy, EMAs are looking good. That was just a bunch of confluence right here that we could get a pop, which we did right here, guys. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's zoom over to our other Bitcoin chart that I've showcased for y'all right here and zoom it out a little bit. And this is our supply and demand zone, kind of in our multi-month range right here, guys. Y'all remember this chart? And I'll take off this arrow, but this is where we've been ranging here for the past month. And I've had this supply zone marked for y'all and our lower demand zone. And we finally had that push up here where we broke out of this supply zone, right? Finally broke through this resistance where we found, resistance so many times wicking here, and now falling back in here, potentially testing this as support, right, guys? Where we've fallen back down and now found support off that white line, where if we zoom in on like a 12-hour chart, you can see where this is where all these candles, when we were coming up here, we're closing, right? We have all these candle closes, candle close, closes right here, all these closes right here. And that's where we came down and found support, guys, and are now pushing back up. And again, finding resistance, as we approach this red line, which is where, we are having these wicks. This was the very peak of our wicks coming up here, guys, right? Peak of our wicks coming up here. And this is back in December where we're finding all these wicks coming down, right, guys? So support, 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 right, off all those wicks in December. And now resistance from these wicks coming up here and now acting as resistance once again, now that we've fallen back below that level here, guys. So you can see if we zoom this in right here on like a 1-hour chart, we could expect potentially some ranging price action right here again, where we just kind of keep finding, support and resistance in this level before finally deciding if we want to break out this level, back test it, and go for a continuation to push these higher levels again. And if we were to fail to do that, then we would be coming back down and we would be watching for a break low right here, guys, where if we were to break below this level right here, if we back test this level as resistance, guys, right, where we come back down, we hit this level as resistance. I'll see if I can make a path like that for y'all, where we come back down, we would break below this level, right? And we would back test this level as resistance. If we see this happening, that is where we would be potentially coming back down and testing this ascending level of support once again, right? That we've utilized so many times right here. And that's ascending level of support. So it's hard to give you an exact level. But if we were to come straight down, that'd be looking at approximately 39,000. If we range to the side a little bit, you're probably looking at about 40,000, 40,500 or so right there, guys. So get these levels on your chart. Try to have this marked at least as a basic view of what you need to watch here for Bitcoin, right? We come up here and we break above about 45.8, even more so 46 or 46.3 or so. Get these levels marked. That's where we could see our push higher back up and testing that 48 level again. If we lose 43.862, that's where we could potentially be coming all the way back down and testing this ascending level of support, guys. So get that level marked on your chart. Let's zoom over to total crypto market cap real quick. This has been an absolute beautiful chart. I mean, these levels have been marked perfectly. This is the king of all charts. This is what I rely on most out of any chart, okay? And I've been telling y'all in so many posts and so many videos that breaking and holding this high right here is the key to, in my opinion, you know, that massive bullish continuation in the market. Otherwise, we know we're just going to see further downside here, guys, if we cannot break and hold this. And you can see where we came and did that, right? We came and broke this. We tried to hold it. We tried to hold it for what, 3-4 days right here. And have now fallen back down here into this zone that I've had marked for y'all, kind of that not out of the woods zone, right? Where we're not kind of out of the woods, right? And we came back down. We found support here off the bottom of that level right here at 2 trillion, that 2 trillion market cap level. And again, are now pushing back up here and are going to potentially find resistance at that 2.079 trillion market cap level, guys. So again, get these levels marked on your charts. This is where you could expect to find resistance on any longs that you have in the market. So any coin you're longing, you know, once total crypto market cap gets up here, it's probably a pretty dang good idea to be taking some profits on that, because what we could expect here, right, now that we've fallen back below support, this is going to act as resistance. So if we come up here and we get denied here as resistance off this line, that's where we're going to come back down and see further downside, guys. And that's just a potential. Again, unless we get back up here, hold this level, try and do what we did right here again, and try to make that push higher, break this high in the market, and then go and try and test this next high at approximately 2.274, almost 2.3 trillion right there, guys. So that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. On the higher time frames, the lower time frames, that's what total crypto market cap's looking like, guys. So if you found the video helpful, throw a like down, throw a comment. Thanks for watching today, guys.